अस्सलाम गाइस, वेलकम बैक टू माय चैनल। आज की इस वीडियो में हम देखेंगे कि वेदनिंग वेव जो गेम आ रही है न्यू, उसने अपना पीटी सिस्टम चेंज किया है। पीटी सिस्टम क्या होता है? पीटी सिस्टम होता है कि आपने वेपन या कैरेक्टर निकालने के लिए जो विशेष आप करते हो, जो अपने जेम्स जुम्स लगाते हो आप वेपन निकालने के लिए, उसके जो 10 पुल, 15 पुल, 20 पुल, 18 पुल्स, 80 पुल्स, 100 पुल्स के बी में जो वो देते हैं ना, कि बी में आप इतनी विशेष में अपना क्रिकेट निकाल सकते हैं, उसको पेटी सिस्टम का पेटी कहा जाता है। तो पेटी सिस्टम कहा जाता है। तो लेट्स सी वेदरी वेव ने क्या चेंज किया है, तो इसके बारे में आज देखेंगे। ये गेम बहुत अच्छी लग रही है और उसमें बहुत सी ऐसी चीज़ें अभी चेंजेस की जा रही हैं और अभी ये गेम आने वाली है। लेट्स सी when the game release, so it's coming soon. I think it's coming quarter of April or March, I think. But let's see. Just back to our
This anime fantasy adventure game is going to blow your mind. You can completely customize your character.
Some positive and negative Wuthering Waves news. I want to see what it's about real quick. It says game's coming out soon, maybe. At least the CBT is, and I want to see what's up to date. I want to stay up to date with it.
Yo, what's good, guys? We got big news for the Wuthering Waves gacha pity system coming from the Wuthering Waves Leaks subreddit. So I was just browsing it, and this came up on my.
There's no way they actually changed the pity system, right? Because right now, Wuthering Waves.
I think also, bro, they won't change the pity system, but let's see. I hope they change the pity system, but game is coming soon, so let's see what they tell.
Waves has Genshin Impact's weapon banner and character banner to a T. So if they improve on that, that is also going to send shockwaves down miHoYo versus Spine. We'll see.
And if you remember from closed beta test 1, Wuthering Waves pretty much just copy-pasted Genshin.
It wasn't pretty much, it was a direct copy.
Impact's gacha pity system.
Yeah.
So it was the classic, I think 90 hard pity for characters, 50-50 the first time. And then if
also nice tab at the top.
you miss the 50-50, then it's guaranteed the next time for character. And then for weapons, it was also the same thing. 50-50 twice. If you miss the 50-50 twice, you get the weapon you want the third time. So here we have this thread here, and the top comment is from slightwelcome _56 saying, okay, now I can tell you character banner is 80 max with 50-50. Weapon banner is 80, but with 100% chance of getting the weapon.
No shot.
Not sure that's not real. I think that's not real. 100% weapon banner in 80 pulls. That's great. It's huge.
Okay, so I believe character banner is 90 in Genshin with a 50-50. Weapon banner 80 with 100% chance would be insane. That might actually have people roll on weapons. That means that no staff Ahoma is that could ever happen in Wuthering Waves. If this is real, take this with a grain of salt, obviously. We don't know anything till the game's released live. That could be insane.
And this was his sources. This was said from the private NDA beta that was going on in China some weeks ago. It could change for the next beta, though I doubt, as they are already implementing payments in China side beta, which means the gacha system got positive feedback and might just be led like it is. If this is true,
I think that would actually make them more money. Because generally for big gacha games, we never see a guarantee for what we need until it is painful. And the amount of money that character banners make more than their weapon banners is actually insane. So this giving the players the assurance that if they do pull, they will get it at this number with no 50-50, that could actually make them a lot of money because they feel safer and more trusted. I wonder what the percent chance is per pull to get that as well.
Let's see, bro. Let's see here. Let's see what they do with their game. The game is so insane. I'm waiting for this game, but it's coming soon. But it's not. I don't think it's coming soon, but I think it will be after 2 or 3 months. I don't know. Let's see.
Assuming it's 0.5. That is nuts.
this is amazing news. Because the one gripe I had with Genshin Impact mostly was the weapon banners. Like, I never really rolled for the weapon banner unless the upcoming banners were just dead banners that I didn't want to roll on. But yeah, the weapon banner in Genshin Impact for 5-star weapons is a trap because of the because you can miss the weapon you want twice.
Yes, it's a trap, bro. I'm doing Genshin Impact in my last poll wishing. So I get the bow, but I need to get a pole arm, but I get a bow. That's still bad, bro.
In a row, and yet
How would you guys feel if
I make a short video of on my channel, so you can see there. I lose my 50-50. I get 5-star weapon in second 10 pull, but they don't give me what I want. So
for weapons to make them feel different, they would give you a unique active skill, depending on what weapon you had equipped. I've been dabbling with that idea in my head every now and then. I'm not sure if I like it or if I don't. I think it could be nice to make variants in gameplay feel different and have weapons be something other than just a stat stick. It depends, right? Pay to win? Well, no. I mean, I'm not saying to make weapons incredibly broken, but I'm just saying for a change of gameplay. I think it could be cool, but I think I'm a little bit too worried on the implementation of something like that. I would love to know if this is a YouTube video, to leave a comment. And also follow me on twitch.tv/Tectone if you're still here. And also subscribe to my channel. We've gotten over 4,000 subs in the past 2 days. But yeah, I think it could be cool, but it depends on how the company implements that.
you have to put in 240 max summons to get the weapon that you want, which is insane. So if this is true and things remain unchanged, this would be huge news for Wuthering Waves. And
yeah, because that means, I mean, okay, I will be real. The Honkai Star one is very nice with a 75% chance of getting the weapon that you want. But 100% chance to get what you want is also incredible. And for people who don't want the standard banner weapons, or people who want the standard weapon banners, then that banner would have its own legs to stand on in case you want something from there. That's very interesting. I actually feel like this generous decision could actually end up making them more money.
And their gacha system and the players, because we already had a previous video. If you didn't watch the video, my previous video about the expected gacha currency income for Wuthering Waves launch, if you didn't see that video, you were getting a lot of summons on launch. You were getting a lot if the leak is correct. And if the weapon banner is 100% chance of getting the weapon, then it would make. I'm pretty sure people would want to roll on the weapon banner more than character banners if that's the case. Because I mean, obviously people are going to like characters more than weapons, but now people can actually get the character and actually have a shot at getting the weapon banner.
Well, it's not even have a shot. It's they just get it. If they have 80 pulls, they just get it. Also, I really like how in the bottom right corner there's a reverse 1999 post saying there's nothing.
If you have a luck, you can easily claim in first 10, 20 pull, 30 pull, 50 pulls, 60 pulls. But first of all, you want to see what character do you want, what weapon do you want. Then you can pull on the character. Then we pull on a weapon. If the weapon is better, the weapon can be used multiple characters. Then it will be so much huge things to do in Wuthering Waves.
Left to do in the game. 1-2 week players' thoughts. I told you reverse 1999 is a shit game. Like I don't know why people defend that shit so goddamn much. That game is.
जिसने मेरे चैनल को अभी तक सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया वो मेरे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करते और वीडियो को लाइक करते. मैं ट्विच पे भी लाइव स्ट्रीम करता था लेकिन अभी के लिए छोड़ी हुई है क्योंकि मेरा नेट अभी सही नहीं आ रहा. इंशाल्लाह पीर को नेट हो जाएगा ठीक शाम को या रात तक. तो फिर इंशाल्लाह हम मंगल से और बुध से इंशाल्लाह हम स्टार्ट करेंगे अपनी लाइव स्ट्रीम ऑन ट्विच पे भी. तो अगर आप मेरे ट्विच पे फॉलो करना चाहते हैं तो उसका नेम Uzukigamer 11 है. तो आप उधर जाके इसको मेरे ट्विच को भी फॉलो कर सकते हैं ब्रो. तो लेट्स बैक टू द वीडियो.
Not good.
Getting their signature weapon as a free-to-play player, which is insane to me. Because that Genshin Impact could never. That's something Genshin Impact would never do. The least thing they did was give us the keep track 2 out of 3 thing.
Yeah, you're welcome for that, by the way. And you know what the worst thing is? There's people acting like I was not the sole cause for that shit. Maybe it was all just a coincidence. Yeah, it's all just a coincidence, guys, that my video blew up on Billy, and then that shit got changed 2 weeks later.
That's all they gave us. But this is huge for Wuthering Waves. And I said in my previous video as well, Kuro Games, they know what they're doing. They know how to develop a game with Punishing Gray Raven. Punishing Gray Raven is one of the most free-to-play friendly games, gacha games on the market. If you're a free-to-play player, you can get pretty much every limited character if you play the game like consistently. They give you enough black cards, which is the currency they use to summon, to get every limited character that comes out. So like Kuro Games, they know what they're doing. They want to compete with Genshin Impact, and this is a great way of doing so. So for all you free-to-play players out there, or even budget spenders, I think budget spenders can probably get, if you spend if you buy the Wuthering Waves version of the Blessing of the Welcome Moon, their monthly pass, I think they call it, and their battle pass. I'm pretty sure you'll be able to get, if this is true, the limited character, as well as have a good shot of getting their signature weapon as well. So yeah, this is amazing news. If this is true,
I just don't really get why people like getting signature weapons that much when they don't change the gameplay and it's just a bigger stat stick. I think
because they think they can easily beat the game and they have a weapon, but sometimes is short they can beat the weapon, because if the weapon is so powerful to change your game, then it would be better to pull a weapon on her weapon banner. Put on weapon banner. It's a better thing.
getting weapons that actually change your playstyle is cool. Like, for example, Bronia's light cone is cool because when you ult, it gives you a skill point. But when all the weapon does is like gives you this weapon and more crit, it's like, okay, who cares? That's boring as shit, you know? Or if it's like, you know, like the sun and moon state where it's like when the sun proc affects on this weapon, you get this. When the moon proc affects, you get this. Like, that shit's cool, but 10 to 13% damage increase, do you really need it? Are you really short 10 to 13% damage? I don't know, man.
You can see how people are very positive about.
Sometimes 10 or 13% damage is huge. When your character are doing a huge damage, but the lack of attack only to 2000 or 3000 attack lacking. So it's for sure to get a weapon on banner. That's great thing to do. But sometimes if you if you see the weapon it's better, then you pull on the weapon banner. That some character need the weapon, because with that weapon they can do more damage.
This change. So yeah, let me know what you guys think of these changes. I'm sure it'll be positive.
Didn't you get the Jing Liu one? Yeah, that's because I got Jing Liu in 110 pull. And then my chat said, well, now you have to pull for the weapon banner. I was literally bullied into getting that because I got lucky. What do you mean?
And let me know how excited you are to play Wuthering Waves.
That sometimes is the time the people want to get the weapon banner or weapon also, because if you get a character in so early, then is you can go on there, but sometimes you don't wanna. But your friends on the YouTube channel, your family, everything, if they want to see, you can pull the weapon banner, so you can do, because when you do that thing, people happy when you see you are getting the weapon also. My English is not good, but I'm trying to get better. But let's see.
I cannot wait. I want to get in closed beta so bad, but it's just lottery. But I'm praying, man. I'm praying. Good luck to everyone who.
Yeah, we'll see. I hope this would be an insane change. This would shake the world of the Wuthering Waves community and the Genshin Impact community if they heard they're also having a better weapon banner. It's a generous decision that makes players happy and makes the company more money, and I think that's a very, very, very good idea. A very good idea, but we'll see. Now, apparently, there's the problem with Wuthering Waves.
What makes a boss fight truly memorable? When I sit back and think, what are the best boss fights I've ever tackled? The first one that comes to mind for me is Kratos versus Boulder. The reason being is because the cinematic experience you get from it is truly outstanding. The hype behind the fight was crazy. And then realizing that old man Kratos is a bit washed up and that he actually might get his butt whooped by a mysterious man.
I think one of the best fights I've ever had. I will admit, for gacha games, it's definitely the first fight in Wuthering Waves. That was a legendary fight. Like playing every gacha game for years and finally seeing the game where I finally feel like gacha games get it. They finally get what I want in a game, and that makes me hyped. But outside of a gacha game, I would probably say a really fun fight for me would be Old King Cole in Banjo-Tooie. That was awesome. Gruntilda in Banjo-Kazooie, because she shit talks you the entire game, and then finally you get your hands on her and you beat the shit out of her. Let's see what else. What's another really good fight? It's got to be Dark Souls 1, but which one in particular? I know I really enjoy the Glavenus fight in Monster Hunter World. And Dark Souls 1, what's a really oh yeah, probably the crocodile fight in the sewers in Dark Souls 1, where you follow these nasty-ass sewers, you finally get to the bottom, and you get to the boss room, you enter it, and you think it's a joke because a little crocodile head pops up, and then a 1,000-foot demon is following behind that shit. And I feel like it's so good. Oh, or Millennia Blade of Mikola. That is a truly legendary fight. When you finally understand how to dodge the waterfowl dance, you feel like a god. Ooh, or Radon from Elden Ring. Oh my god. Radon. Oh man, that shit is insane. Especially when you learn the lore, how he was holding back the stars in the sky from falling down. Oh my god. Or P4G's final boss ending. Damn. Damn.
Cinematic masterpiece for real. Another one would be Ishin from Sekiro. Why? Because of the difficulty of the boss. The feeling you get after spending hours on top of hours dying over and over, and then you're finally able to beat the boss. That is a peak feeling. Another one would be Final Fantasy XIV Eden Shiva E8S. And the thing that makes it so memorable for me is the amazing music along with the
oh dude, or Garrosh Hellscream's fight in Warlords of Draenor. Or that's Mr. Pandaria. Yeah, Mr. Pandaria, Siege of Orgrimmar, when you fight Garrosh Hellscream at the end. Oh my god. What a good fight. Especially when they add in Mythic mode and then you get transported to Stormwind and then you fight his mutated version. I love that fight so much.
Difficult boss fight mechanics. Now, that was a small sample size, but when we break it down, what makes a boss fight truly memorable, this is what we get. 1. Difficulty. A good boss fight should pose some type of significant challenge to the player.
Final thing. Fighting Mewtwo in Pokemon Red and Blue and trying to capture him. That shit was nuts.
2. Mechanics. This could also fall along the lines of difficulty, but I think a few unique boss fight mechanics can definitely enhance the player's overall experience. 3 would be music. Music is such a key component here because without music, some of your favorite boss fights just wouldn't hit the same. And 4, boss design. Something about a boss that's well designed plays such a huge role in impacting what makes a boss fight memorable. Now back to the main course of the video. Why some people don't like Wuthering Waves boss fights. Now just a note here, I'm simply going off of the first closed beta test gameplay and also any footage we've seen leading up to this point right now, with 0 leaks. After taking a deep dive of a few boss fights shown in the first closed beta test, here's what I've come up with. 1, the boss fights are simply way too easy. 2, not enough challenge on the parry window. They're blatantly obvious. A 4th grader can parry half the stuff in this game. 3, bosses need to move faster and be more aggressive. 4, overall boss designs need some cleaning up. But
I did not have that experience whatsoever. Maybe this is the greatest Wuthering Waves player of all time, but when I fought the Wuthering Waves boss, I actually found it significantly challenging for the first several attempts, personally. Now, do I think that there are going to be people who are going to be able to beat Wuthering Waves content with level 1 characters? Oh, absolutely. Probably never getting hit as well. That's probably going to require an insane amount of practice, but I felt like the difficulty was pretty damn good for the casual playthrough. Now, I think for events they can make them harder, but I feel like it's casual enough to where the majority of players will be able to do it with a bit of practice.
But they are in the right direction. And lastly, 5, better theme songs behind some of these bosses. These are all things that if added into their game and or enhanced on, these will help make boss fights way more memorable and enjoyable within Wuthering Waves.
It is the hardest boss fight in a mobile game, a popular mobile game for sure.
With that being said, I have no reason to believe some of these won't be changed and updated for the second closed beta test, and even when it releases.
Sure. क्योंकि मोबाइल में गेम आप जो खेलते हो वो आपके लिए बहुत मुश्किल होती है, और जो आप पीसी पे खेलते हो वो आपकी गेम थोड़ी आसान हो जाती है। लेकिन मेन चीज़ ये है, अगर आपका नेट आपको सही सपोर्ट कर रहा हो तो आप मोबाइल में भी हर चीज़ को भी इजीली कर सकते हैं। इफ़ आपका नेट ठीक नहीं है, इफ़ योर नेट इज सक्स, तो यू कांट बीट एनीथिंग इन द गेम. You only beat the bosses who have low HP and who have no much damage to give you. You can take no much damage and you can give so much damage to the enemies. That's for sure.
But think, a game that's extremely focused on combat and being able to provide that hardcore side of gameplay to us, you would think that their boss fights would be generally better. But hey, don't take this as hating. This is constructive criticism to overall help the final product of the game.
Yeah, I think it's fine.
Someone who's truly excited to play the game and finally feel a challenge while playing gacha games, they're going to need to do a bit more work. Because if they're not able to deliver on these aspects and all my gacha characters start to feel like an OP Warframe running around through content left and right,
The problem is that they're going to have to balance it for mobile gamers. And I would love to know people's perception of these boss fights when they're doing it on mobile. Obviously, it's going to be easier when you play it on PC. It's going to be a lot more responsive. But I'm curious to think what the majority of the audience is going to play this on mobile, guys, whether you admit it or not. Mobile gaming is huge right now. It really depends on what you're using on your phone.
People won't stick around for long. Wuthering Waves should take some inspiration from Monster Hunter or some Souls-like games. It may be hard to implement within a gacha game setting, but if pulled off correctly, us fans will truly be in for a wild ride. I could just be in over my head, expecting too much, but who knows? Let me know what you guys think in the comments. As always, I post daily Wuthering Waves content, so come sub and stick along for the journey.
I don't think any Wuthering Waves fight will ever be able to match a Dark Souls or Monster Hunter World, but I do think it does a pretty good job of giving you a casual experience of that. And I think that's fine.
You'll have some extreme dead periods to go through before the game releases, and I'll be here to satisfy your Wuthering Waves needs. That's all I got for you today, you freaky frogs. Enjoy your night. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.
My most important thing is, does it feel good? And it does feel good, and it does feel satisfying. So for me, I'm personally pleased with it. But we'll see how I feel 1 month, 2 months, 3 months into the game. But as far as every new boss being implemented, I'm excited, as well as the new game mode, like the simulated universe like they have in the game so far that I've seen from closed beta footage. I think it does have a lot of potential, and I do think it's going to live up to that, just like PGR did, but that's just my opinion.
Oh yeah, that's for sure, bro. Okay, guys, this is time to signing out the game, the reaction for now. But let's see. This game is looking awesome, but let's see what the game can do here.
Skill. Let's do Kamehameha Wave. Oh, that's sick. Okay. Is that a heal? Air combo, sick. Link attack, what's that do?
For mine. I'm looking for the new game, but there's nothing game I can do here. The only I play the SIR, so it's okay. What this?
1,000-foot demon is following behind that shit, and I feel like it's so
Okay,
good.
guys, this is
More
the last. Okay, we can be again soon here. So, thanks for watching. You can like and subscribe my channel if you don't do it. So let's give it a shot. Okay. So this time we gonna skip the thing. Okay, take care. Allah Hafiz. Goodbye. We meet again soon.